here we are.
Mr. Telephone Man.
Hey.
I was actually listening to a Venue Moon song before I got here.
Who?
You know Venue Moon?
I don't. What are you talking about?
Shut up. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hi, Sissy Poo. Okay. Anyways, you are listening to the Here's the Thing podcast with Ben and AJ.
Let's get into it. Purr.
So, it's a new week.
New week, new month.
Oh, yeah, new month.
Still a new month. Beginning of the month.
No, wait, when did we... No, we filmed, like, at the end of July, so it's a new month.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, but we posted on the 2nd.
Yeah, so it still feels new.
Okay, well, speaking of new, it was a new moon in Leo.
Astrology.
Okay, I don't know if y'all saw this on TikTok or not, but August 8th was one of the most powerful days to manifest.
I love that.
Because the Lion's portal or Lion's Gate was open. And I need y'all to understand, especially you, Ben. I manifested the hell out of that day.
Yeah, you manifest like the hell.
Yeah, I hella manifested. And I manifested all day. And then I hung out with my best friend, Jax. I
thought I was your best friend. I don't want to have that conversation.
Yeah,
Continue.
Actually, don't worry about that. Actually, cut. No, just kidding.
We're done here. It's
Okay.
actually, here's the thing with just Ben.
Oh, weird. Okay, get out of my house.
Yeah. I'll leave.
But Jax and I, we went all the way up to her parking garage.
Period.
Open space, and we just, like, gave all of our manifestations. She's such a Virgo. She literally wrote down all of her...
I love it.
Her manifestations and goals on a piece of paper. 2, to be exact.
Wow.
But such a great night. And then I got my nails done. Really cute.
You're so gay.
I really am.
That is the gayest thing I've ever heard. I got my nails done.
Oh, what did you get done?
I don't get my nails done because I'm a boy.
I did see, like, nail polish, like, hanging out of your nose one time, so maybe that's why.
All right, I do it behind closed doors. I'm not very comfortable with myself. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm not into astrology as much as you are, but I can vibe with it for you.
I really like it,
Yeah.
and here's the thing, like, I still have my Christian values, but also I believe that, like, with stones and everything, like, it's God's creations, and I know for a fact that He would bless us with benefits of all these things, right? So
Spirituality
I really like
can
it.
be practiced in any
It's
form.
universal, baby.
It's universal, baby.
Oh my gosh, I want that tatted. It's
so
universal, baby.
I love that. So what did you manifest? What was the vibe? Give us 2 to 3 things.
Okay, wealth, an overabundance amount of wealth. I also said...
As in financial?
Financial.
Okay.
Finances, yes. Because my finances have been looking really good, and I believe that it can actually get better.
Period.
So, I mean, if anything, with manifestations, you also have to put in the work, I believe.
Right.
But, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. That's just my belief.
Yeah.
And then I manifested that I have a clear path to any possibilities in love, in job opportunities. And then the other one was for me to go back to school. Yes. And that's it.
I love that. Wealth, clarity, and education.
Yes. Those are my manifestations. Just about.
Right. I hope it happens for you.
Thank you.
I have a strong sense of assurity that it'll happen.
Oh, wow.
Because you know what? You're a go-getter.
He's a go-getter.
He's a go-getter with a cheddar. You better. Put on a sweater.
No, I didn't mean sweater. I meant... No, just kidding. We'll save that for a segment later today.
Yeah.
Anyways. What's new with you? You just came back from camping.
Yes, you guys, I just came back from camping. I just had a family reunion for my dad's side this past week at Bear Lake. It was a
Come
week
through,
long.
Pututao. Shout out.
Shout out to the put it down for the put it downs. Bear
Funeral
Lake.
home. Let's go. Doesn't
Shut-
that literally mean funeral home?
It doesn't mean funeral home. It means funeral war.
Oh, what? Fale is home.
Api is home. Fala is house.
Oh. Anyways.
It's okay, you guys. He's American. He doesn't really understand. Anyways, yeah, so I just came back from a family reunion and it was so much fun. I assumed that the weather was going to be great, but because of all the smoke coming in from California, like, it just wasn't really awesome. And also because it's towards the end of summer, it was, like, freezing cold.
Really?
Really early into the night.
Actually, last night was pretty... No, the other night. Saturday... Saturday night was kind of cold, actually, and I loved it, though.
It just gets me excited for fall.
Yes.
But yeah, so I just finished my family reunion. It was so much fun. I didn't grow up with my dad's family, so like being around all my cousins and stuff was great.
Aww.
And you know, you just are guaranteed to have a fun time whenever you're with family.
I agree.
Like if you're not fighting or there's drama, you're guaranteed to just laugh, fakakata, hella faka. And that's just
Paspaskiai.
like matema'a.
Mate ma'atonga, you know, like those kind of vibes.
But yeah, it was so much fun, and it was actually supposed to finish today, but I came home early because I had to go to work, and I'm glad that I did, because here's the thing: a whole week camping, I couldn't do it. It's not me.
Oh, wait, did you shower?
Did I shower yet? I don't know. Actually, to be honest, I've just been so tired. Like, I just can't even keep track of my days. It's just like I don't even have time for a shower. Like
literally, let's count like how many days I was out there. Like,
I
trying to
could
survive.
not even imagine. Like, it felt like I was in the wilderness, like by myself with savages.
Bear Lake is called Bear Lake for a reason.
But yeah, that was so much fun. And so I'm just glad to be back. It was very rejuvenating. It reset me. Just being outside of the valley, being outside of this environment was great.
I do find like being out in nature is a huge like recharge.
Yeah.
For sure. Especially when you're surrounded by loved ones as well.
Right.
I think it's just two bonuses in life.
Wow, you're so sentimental.
Yeah.
Mostly the mental, but...
No, mostly the scent.
That's why she's manifesting wealth, because she only has cents. 2 cents.
Just 2 cents.
But yeah, that was me.
Wow. Anything else?
I'm trying to think. No, but we have a busy month. I was planning before I got here, and let me just say, I've got quite a lot going on before fall hits.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say the same, but...
You can, because we have a wedding to attend on the 21st.
Gosh, that's right. Oh, what?
You're so dumb.
Anyways.
I just had to whisper to him to remind our obligation.
Oh my gosh.
You're a moron. I can't.
Hence moron. I am just so busy myself.
Yeah, you are.
And also, speaking of busy, I'm so excited for next week. Or actually this week. This weekend I'm going to DOS Energy Festival.
DEF.
No, DES. DOS.
Say it again.
DOS Energy.
DOS Energy Festival.
Yes.
DEF.
No, it's DTF.
Sick. Which I'm not going to be surprised if you...
Hey.
DTF at DAS in the ASS.
Honestly, I want everyone...
Ooh,
Spelling. I'm actually so excited because my outfits are literally so...
Fire.
Like,
Space cowboy.
At the point... It looks so good at the point where I feel like I'm going to get hate crimed.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I'll just make sure that my friends are my wall and that I am in the center.
Just remember, you are kind, you is smart, and you is important.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now get back to work.
Okay. Eat mash. What movie?
What? Pause. This tastes so good.
I'm ready to do, bro. What movie?
The Help.
Yeah.
That's why I said go back to work.
I got that. Duh. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so exciting. I wish I could party hardy like that. It's just not my vibe.
Honestly, I thought it was because this is my first time.
Right.
But
Raver.
I am so excited. I feel like you just need to experience like things
Period.
to like really have an opinion on it. You know what I mean?
Right. Like you just really gotta get out there, be somebody, go
Yeah.
somewhere, do something.
Okay.
So that you can like know life. YOLO.
No life.
Know life. Like KNOW. No life. Because you have no life.
Wow,
You're
this is
so
full,
dumb.
like, is this an English class? Damn.
Put your hands up. I'm the grammar police. Police.
Fob.
Yikes.
Yikes.
That's so fun. What do I have this weekend? I have a body pump retreat with my body pump instructors.
I've been loving this like health journey so far for you.
Yeah, it's not. My health has depleted since starting.
Sciatica?
Come through sciatic pain. If you guys don't know, I've been struggling with sciatica. It's been really detrimental to my health. And it's been really crippling. Stop laughing.
Oh my gosh. Because
Stop. It debilitates 1 out of 5 Americans every year.
Oh, he came through with the statistics.
I know my stats. I know my rights.
Oh, okay.
And sciatica is not right for me.
And scene.
Yeah, you guys, so I've been struggling with sciatica.
He really has been, y'all. So if you have any tips on... But Ben's been doing a lot better, would you say?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot better.
Yeah.
It's
Not, like,
just my
walking
weight.
weird.
Like, I'm just so...
Extra what? Sorry, I misheard you.
Did you?
I did.
Trying to throw me under the scale.
On the scale.
I hate you. So yeah, you guys, I have a body pump retreat with my body pump instructors, which we are located at Sofella Fit. Grateful for the Sofellas for having their own gym to allow me and my community to have somewhere to focus in on our health.
Yeah, no, huge shout out to them because I genuinely feel like they
Are the best.
are just really like progressing in
Yeah.
health
Right.
for our people.
They're bringing a lot of awareness to our Polynesian community here in Utah. So,
They're doing good work. Great
Yeah.
work.
but yeah, so I have that this week. I also have another calligraphy job for a wedding.
Ooh.
Just doing a welcome sign, nothing crazy.
Yes, Ben does calligraphy. So
Yeah.
if y'all want to...
Just don't be crazy. Don't ask me to carve words out of rocks for your wedding. Do I look like Van Gogh?
No, but it looks like you got to go.
Bang. So yeah, that's it.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm excited. We have such fun
We have a great
weekends
weekend.
ahead.
Yes.
And then we can meet up again on Sunday at church.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, totally forgot about
Oh my
that.
gosh, Dad, we go to church.
Oh my gosh.
We're in the same ward.
Oh, and what ward do we go to?
On the count of 3.
Okay.
1,
2,
3.
3. Harriman 7th. Oh.
I actually haven't been
gosh.
to church
Oh,
in so
wait.
long I forgot what ward I'm in.
That ward.
Oh my gosh, I
was
love
like,
them.
oh my gosh. Sojo. Let's go Sojo.
Sojo, 11th YSA ward.
I actually love Sojo 11.
Yeah, I love them. They're so fun. They're so fresh.
The only reason why I don't go to YSA right now is just because it's at 9.
And
And
it's
I have
out of
late
your
nights.
schedule.
Yeah, I have late nights. I cannot sacrifice.
What
I'm
are
so
you
sorry.
doing at night that you can't make it to church?
Oh, did you forget that I'm a healthcare worker?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I
I'm gonna
thought
keep
you were
flexing
a
that.
streetwalker.
No, that too.
Work.
But still.
Which being a healthcare worker, flex it.
Yeah. But yes, with YSA, I once the time goes up to like 11 or whatever, catch me.
Give me a second.
Oh, someone's
I have to do my sciatic stretches. I have just time
deep
to
breaths. Okay.
Please, at a 90-degree angle, extend your left leg and breathe.
I can't.
And this is what it sounds like. You're the worst.
I'm dead.
But yeah, I love our ward.
I do.
I
Yes.
love my gym. I love that you're going to that concert.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But YSA.
YSA. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Let's.
Because personally, I feel like YSA is, especially at this time, this era, I guess, weird.
Yeah. I mean, we've been in YSA for not too long.
For about like 3+ years.
Right. And over time, it's changed a lot.
Like, especially with these past few months, I feel like it has changed a lot.
Yeah.
At least
For
I
us.
think this is just in general. Yeah, in general, like not specifically words, but for sure, like just it's different.
Right.
And I feel it.
Right. I think it's also like a shift in YSA culture, would you say?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Right. And I think a lot of the changes can be due to COVID. Because, I mean, when COVID became or when we had to be, when it was mandatory to stay home, like a lot of us didn't have anywhere, like, to go or any obligation to be at church. And then a few months passed by, and it's hard to get those numbers back, like get the people back.
I definitely agree. And also, like, get the old.
Right.
Oh, I guess the ones prior to COVID back. Because I feel like we lost a lot of, like, good friends.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I miss them. I love the older YSA.
So do I.
I felt like I related to them more.
Well, here's the thing. Especially here in the Valley with YSA culture, there's definitely a difference between OG YSA, which includes the older single adults.
Yes.
And that would be
like maybe, like, past 26-year-olds.
Yeah,
like
late
27-year-olds.
20s, early 30s. And
Like, I like them.
Yeah, so that's that group. And then there's the other group, which is...
I sound like a hater.
We're not.
Okay.
Because that's how it is. Everybody explains it that way anyways. And then there's us, the youngers. Mm-hmm. And then there's the ones below us, the preemies. Who just graduated.
And the oldies.
Right. They just graduated. They're fresh out of high school.
Or fresh off of a mission.
And then there's us, the in-betweens. And then the olds. So
I hate being an in-betweenie.
In between a weenie. But yeah, so there's been a huge shift, and especially in our like ward.
I personally feel it.
Yeah,
it's weird. No offense to everyone there.
Right.
But I just feel weird.
Yeah, I feel like I don't. Not that I don't belong. I just feel out of place. Which those aren't the same.
No.
Because I feel welcomed, and the people are so nice.
They really are.
It's just it's just not the old YSA, and a lot of the people that we're used to, and so a lot of the people are new, and so just adjusting to these people, I'm like, I don't know.
And also even without our ward, like the other wards too, like just like the whole culture is kind of, in my opinion, a little demeaning.
Really?
And dramatic. Like that one time, I'm not going to say names, but when someone made a comment about our bishopric.
Right.
I was flabbergasted. Like I
genuinely
was
offended.
I was offended to the T, and I'm like, why is that even okay for you to say?
Yeah.
Like, it's the culture, dude. It's weird.
And
YSA culture, that is.
Not even that, like Polynesian YSA culture, specifically the Tongan words.
I feel like the Tongan YSAs are so much better and funner and more understanding. But
They are.
Recently, it's just been weird.
Right. I feel like there's always been like this, like stereotype, like of Tongan YSA words. Like somebody's got beef with this person, that person's got beef with somebody, and it's very known that Tongan words, these YSA can be very cliquey.
Oh.
Extremely, to be honest. Which a lot of us have been chastised for being that way, because then people don't feel welcome to come to our wards.
Yeah. And if anyone is listening and they did feel that way towards Ben and I, by all means, We do not mean to offend
Right.
or anything like that. I
Hey,
feel like Brandon and I we're very
I feel like
sociable.
we're very good in being sociable and
Milwaukee.
yes, actively getting to know people around us. But it's just, the people who aren't very mindful of how they are at church. Like when you're just there looking out for your friends, not even trying to mingle or see a fresh face, like what makes you think you
Very
should
tunnel vision.
Very tunnel vision. You ain't there for your friends, ugly. You there to serve. Minister.
And also, speaking of like tunnel vision too, like if their eyes are only set on finding their friends, also when their lens is only focused on their potential hubby or wifey.
Right.
That's so annoying.
With this conversation, I feel like we should definitely talk about like the pros and the cons
Of a YSA.
Yeah, of what
Okay.
we've experienced.
Okay, of what we experienced.
Which one of them being one of the cons that we've experienced is the YSA focusing so much on getting married or being cuffed.
And pygmies.
The pick me energy.
I hate
How about I pick you up to
Pick-me's.
throw you out? It makes me sick.
toss, round, boom, bam.
Basuda.
I don't like it.
Here's the thing, is that pick me girls and even
And
pick
boys.
me and pick me
I
guys,
hate
especially
pick
pick
me
me
guys.
guys, is like YSA is like a hub for them to go crazy.
Yes.
And then it doesn't make YSA feel inclusive at all because all you're wanting to talk about and all you're wanting to do is date.
And if anything, YSA is not just a dating game.
Right. It's
It's-
us
if
to
you really
just
think about it,
connect and have
it's
fun.
Church.
Right.
Like, we're here to focus on ourselves.
And on
get
the
ourselves
Lord.
right? Like, come on.
Period.
It's not a little playground to, like, text a boy or maybe flirt with a girl or here and there. And then,
Or
like,
want to go on a date with so-and-so.
yeah, like
and
wrong intentions.
Right.
I feel like it should all fall into place. I mean, if that's your intention, by all means do it, but do not be annoying.
Yeah, and don't make that your sole goal.
Or your character trait. Like, don't make that a personality trait.
Right.
Oh, like, I'm single and, like, I think all the boys are so cute. Or, oh, yeah, I'm too cool. Wow.
I
My
hate
voice.
Yeah, because you're a boy, so you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
love
don't
that.
forget it. I cannot stand that kind of attitude or energy from people who do that because then it makes me think of how exclusive it makes people feel.
Oh, absolutely.
Like me, when people are like that around me, it makes me annoyed because I know people are very tunnel vision on how to have fun and who to have fun with.
Mhm.
Like why I say we're there to have fun with each other, be connected, fun activities,
Exactly.
fun FHEs, but when you're there to want to meet, talk, and like date solely, that's your goal, then it's just like, what are the rest of us supposed to do and talk about?
And it's unfair, like how you just
Right.
said. You feel left out when the group of people are talking about, oh, like, I want to go on a date with this person.
Right,
Oh.
and I'm a faggot.
Yeah.
Like, be... Okay, that was a little...
First of all, if you're with a group of girls, it's okay.
I'm also with a group of guys, that's okay. Rare. But it's just being mindful. Like, your intentions when you're there, if they're not as clear as day on what you want to do, then your pick-me energy will show.
And can I just be honest? Like, here's the thing. When multiple conversations happen when I go to YSA, it's either about how am I doing, how school, work, oh, how are you and Ben, podcast, blah, blah, blah. Another thing that I just happen to be a part of is just like, oh my gosh, like, what do you think, like, he is, like, oh, like, do you think he's that cute? Like, oh, I really want to go on a date with him, blah, blah. Like, that's not the conversation I want to be a part of.
Right.
And then that's just the sole focused on one person that I don't even know. I don't even want to think about.
Right.
Like, let's just, yeah.
And I think it's also because you and I are very good at having conversations where we genuinely focus on how that person's doing.
Specifically, individually
Yeah.
catered to them.
And honestly, it's just about service. Like, with having those simple conversations, I feel like you and I are very good in facilitating, like, genuinely caring for that person and, like, figuring
Absolutely.
out really how they're doing and what they've been up to and, like, what they've got planned besides, like, talking about drama, spilling the tea.
More
like,
surface level.
Yeah, more
Or
surface
that's,
level.
and I'm not about that. I want to go deeper.
Yeah, you do.
Ouch.
She wants to go in the water, on the deep end.
What up? The deep end.
But yeah, And so I think conversations like that or people like that bug us
They bug me.
so bad.
Especially girls. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't really hang out with boys.
Neither do
So
I.
I rarely do get that, but I hate when they act cool. Like Tia Tika.
Right.
Like one time when I went to a thing, this one person like was ignoring me in front of the whole group.
I'm not
And
surprised.
that person was just acting all cool, like they didn't hear anything. They're just like looking, glazing around. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I
This was
hate
so
that.
embarrassing. How dare you do that to me?
I know. I hate when people are so closed off at YSA. Like, not even acting too cool, just like distancing themselves. Which, again, that could be a socially
That
awkward
could be,
thing.
yeah.
But, again, you came, you showed up, so insert yourself. And if it's hard for you, people like us will sort
if
you out.
If
And
you
we'll,
see an invitation, take it.
Right.
Like, take any opportunity that you can. If someone is willing to reach their hand out for you, take it, because it might not happen to someone else.
Right. Crazy.
So, that's our
Yeah,
job.
I can't with people who think they're too cool. I hate.
Just know you're the reason why we don't go to church.
Just know that you're the reason why I'm inactive and why I'm getting excommunicated.
But I cannot wait for when YSA changes to a reasonable time.
Right.
At least for me. I'm not a morning person. I could never do that.
Yeah, I liked when we had 1 p.m.
Oh, I loved when we had 1 p.m.
Yeah, that's prime time.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
And also, one thing that I miss about YSA, seeing all the cuties.
Right.
Not even just like in our Tongan ward,
Just
but
seeing
just like
all
the ones in our building.
Right.
I'd be like, oh my gosh.
White guys are so cute.
One time when I was crying really bad, I actually ran up. Remember I told you this?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
I tell you this?
You were crying at church.
Yeah, I was like full on crying. I had a
Yeah.
dramatic exit, and then I went like downstairs past someone, and this cutie just like came over, talked to me, gave me Kleenex, talked through it, boom.
I love that.
Yeah. I
He
was like,
like,
wow, you are my husband.
you're the one.
And then he said he's going on a date with a girl.
And then
And I
he
was
said,
like, oh, so I have competition. Just kidding.
so I gotta take her out. Take her out of the game.
I gotta take her out of the picture.
How do I do that?
What's her name again?
Where's she at?
But
I
so
love
many
that for you.
cuties.
I know. I think that's like my thing. Like I love going to church because seeing somebody dressed up in a suit and a tie.
I love that we were just talking about how we hate when girls are talking about, like, or boys talking about one person.
We're just talking about what we're attracted to.
And we're just talking about in general. Like, this
In
isn't-
general, not about like
Yeah.
specifics. Well, yes, I love seeing a guy in a suit and a tie with a clean haircut.
Ooh, yes.
Okay, but when you're showing up in a
Spill it, because I already know what you're going to talk about.
when you show up, okay, I feel like it'll be different from what you're thinking. But when you show up in when you show up in a tupenu
Oh.
and sandals
In socks?
and socks, or if you show up in what are those jeans called?
Jeans?
You know when people show up in like chino pants?
Okay. Not like church
No,
pants?
they're not even church pants.
Yeah.
Like you can tell they're just
It's a
regular
fashion
streetwear.
show.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like when it's untucked, no tie,
Oh!
loose tie,
That's me.
unbuttoned.
I hate when they like untie it or like take the shirt out and
Right.
then it's like, okay,
What
first
was-
of all, have some respect.
Right, for the Lord. This is his house.
Like, okay, here's one thing that my dad put me into place because I was also like, oh, like I want to look cute, but also for church, like maybe I can like bend the rules. No, it is not a fashion show.
No.
We are there. Yes, there are potentials in your love life, but you also have to remember that you need to respect the house,
Right.
respect your area, your environment.
We're there to worship the Lord.
And I know your mom would not allow you to dress like that.
Oh, she would kill me. Which
Girls
is why,
are okay. Girls,
Yeah.
they don't have. I don't think there's any issues with girls. It's just the boys that I get really irritated when they.
because it's very simple. It's a suit, a tie, and pants.
And tuck it in. Like,
And
what's
tuck
so
it
hard?
in. And why do you show up in your regular tennis shoe sneakers? Are you about to show up to sacrament and then hit the pickleball court?
Exactly.
No, ugly. Show up in some church shoes. Fuss.
I
You're
just feel
so
like it's
ugly when you show up.
Disrespectful.
Disrespectful. Not to the Lord, but to me.
And to our bishop. Dude, I have so much respect for him.
I know I love
I
him.
love him. I literally love our
Literally-
bishopric. I would literally take a bullet. I'm being for real.
I love
But
that.
please don't shoot.
But please don't open fire.
Please don't open fire. But if you happen
If you
to,
happen to have to shoot
I
somebody,
would volunteer.
Honestly, I wouldn't be able to do the same. Maybe I would take like
Because you're they're targeting you already. So you ain't got nothing to say.
nothing. They are seriously so great. Which the men in our ward, or even just the men in our like community, like YSA, Tongue and Steak.
Oh.
I just feel like they just don't really care about Sunday best attire. Because you and I love to dress up for Sunday. Like,
Yes. That's definitely your zhuzh. I feel like
my zhuzh.
you in like business attire, church attire, that is your zhuzh.
Yes.
You are feeling yourself.
Yes. You're just saying that because you bring Sunday best always.
I am Sunday.
I am.
I am.
Sunday best.
Oh, speaking of YC, it makes me miss like everyone. Like
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
love
reminiscing.
I miss like socializing with people there.
We really need to make an effort to go. I
Yeah.
promise you, I cannot go this week because the festival's just gonna f me up.
Yeah, I can't go because I just can't. So
How about y'all? So last week we go to. Was it last week? We were talking about going to church.
yeah.
And then I woke up. I'm not kidding you, Ben. I literally woke up at like 7:45, just so that in case I had to get ready, my sister would have time to get ready, right?
Right.
But anyways, I'm like 7:45. I snooze, but then I wake up to a text, and your text was like, "Hey, like I can't go to church. I'm going to go to church with my dad." And I said, "F you," but also thank you. And I turned off all of my
And went
alarms,
to bed.
and I actually went to bed.
Yeah. Remember when I told you I went to church?
Last week?
Yeah. Remember I told
Are you a liar?
Yeah, I didn't go to church. I just texted you that because I wanted to sleep in.
Ben.
It's you.
Ben, I am not going to go to church by myself.
Don't depend on me.
I am not depending on you, but I also appreciate when you're in my presence.
I also feel more spiritually empowered when you're there. Because we're
Okay.
like twin flames.
We are twin flames, like...
And like Bishop just knows that when we're there together,
He loves
he
when
can
we are
depend
there.
on the fact.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I really love about our bishop is that he just shows so much love to us.
Yeah.
Even, like, us.
Faggies.
He knows what we are, who we are, what we like.
what we are. Just kidding. I'm a
What-
human being.
What are we? Girls. You know the Beyonce song?
You mean who run the world?
Yeah, but she's like, who are we?
Who are we? What we want? We run the world. And run the world.
But anyways, that's one thing that I actually love about our bishop.
Yeah.
And whenever I actually talk about, like, whenever I talk about church or anything like that with people, boys, girls, whatever, I always hype up the Tongan YSAs.
Because we're so much fun.
We are fun, loving, and yes, we may be judgy, but also, like, we have no right to judge because I know all y'all mix. I know all y'all
be
do.
smoking, drinking, Tou'aing. Y'all really be sending each
Yeah,
other
like,
the nasty
there's
pictures.
no room to judge.
Right.
So don't judge me,
And I won't judge you.
and I won't judge you. The only person that will judge us is,
The man upstairs.
yeah.
And if he ever has to come downstairs, you
Game
better.
over.
Fatality.
Finish.
Finish. Finish him. Yeah.
But I always hype our ward up.
Yeah. I love being in the Tongan YSA. I do say I need to stop being so complacent and lukewarm with my attendance, because here's the thing is I genuinely love gospel conversation in Sunday school
Oh, you
and in
thrive.
priesthood. I thrive.
I love when you talk. And also,
Stop.
like, guys, Ben sounds dumb. Sometimes he is. But
Right.
whenever he opens his mouth in, like, gospel doctrine class, Sunday school, whatever, he sounds like a scholar. I'm being for real,
Stop
Ben.
it.
I'm being for real. You really do sound like
I appreciate that.
a scholar. Like, you sound very professional, very smart, educated, and it sounds like something that comes from the heart. And I feel like that's what I love about a testimony. Is that
Right.
it's individual,
Personal.
it's molded into what you've experienced.
Right.
And I hate when people always bring up the conversation oh yeah, when I served my mission, and then they give out like a half
Right.
a like a lame story. No offense, I don't want to like. I guess
Well,
that
yeah, no.
does sound
Here's the
dumb
thing.
for me to
With
like.
that, it's not that we hate when people bring up experiences from their mission, but it's just that you've also had experiences prior to your mission, and you've also had experiences since your mission, which I understand. Like, people say that's the best 2 years, that's the best 18 months of my life, but also like to be more realistic, the experiences you're having now as YSA is more. Like,
That's
we're
more
able to
appropriate.
connect with you better.
I definitely
right?
agree.
Because not a lot of us can say, well, when I was on my mission, or when I had the badge on, or when I was serving, like, let's be a little more realistic to how we are now.
Yeah, and I don't want you to base your all your stories, anything that you
Right.
share, off of that mission that you served like 5 years ago.
Right.
Yes. Oh my gosh! By all means, share as many experiences as you want,
Mhm.
because I do not shame a mission. But it's also like, do you not have any other experiences?
Right, just expand
like,
on.
do you feel like you, in order
Mhm.
for your testimony to be validated, you have to share that it was from a mission?
Right.
You know what I mean? And I feel like we're all boxed and closed off with that kind of mentality, and
I
want
agree.
everyone to break out of it.
Yeah, because then it also invites more inclusive conversation for people who haven't served, or people who haven't had the opportunity to serve, or just can't. Like, you just give us more the opportunity to relate to you when you speak on the now or speak on any time before.
Yeah.
But then again, like, we can appreciate those experiences you've had on your mission.
Yes, absolutely.
It's just how have you been since?
Yeah, and yes, you may share that from that time frame.
But you're different
what
from
are-
then.
Yeah.
Like, you're a completely different
Like,
person.
would you be doing the same thing that you just shared? No,
Right.
I wouldn't. But
Right.
how are you doing it now?
Right. It's just, it invites more people to feel like they can connect with you.
YSA.
I know. It's just, here's the thing, is I would love, like, I feel like I have times where I'm so active and then I'm not. I'm so active and then I'm not. And it's because a lot of my experience with YSA, I've based it around the people. Which is bad. Like, you
It
know
is
that's my
bad.
bad habit. Like, I told AG that when I went back to church and was starting to become active with this new group of people, they bothered me so bad. And I don't care to say it because they really did.
And that's why I need to come.
I know. Because when you're there, I feel like I can break out of that kind of mentality. But it's just, when you just sense that people are fake, and sense that people are very pick-me,
And
and
they're
sense
not
that,
listening to you.
yeah, no, not
Their
even,
eyes are on set on someone else.
yeah, even that, it's just like they're not like genuinely aware of being active to like the spirit, or to listening, to be involved, or like participating. They're just there to be there for somebody else, or excuse me, they just like aren't really focused on paying attention. And that bothers me so bad because you're distracting me with your pick me energy.
And you
just,
also feel distracted.
yeah,
You feel like they're not really listening to you.
and I don't feel like they're there to minister or serve.
You know what? I'm thinking of sometimes, like, whenever I talk to this person, they always leave me to go talk to a boy.
I can't.
And it kind of makes me sad. I'm like, oh, like, that's
how,
all they wanted to do.
Was-
They don't want to catch up.
right.
And I can't hold people against that. Like, hey,
Right.
it's your time, your space. You do what you want to do.
Yeah,
But
I need to
also
stop
consider
feeling.
it.
Yeah, I need to stop feeling like everybody has to be in a ministering attitude.
Yeah,
when
because that's
coming to
not
church.
that's not
That's
a lot
not-
of people's like strong suits.
Yeah, I just hate when like you're just not there with the right intentions, or you're there to genuinely learn.
Oh, man.
And that's what's bothered me about this new group. Like, they just bother me so bad because of that, and I need to not allow that to determine why I
like
can't
the
show
whole
up.
era. Like, I feel like this is a new era, new faces, new mindsets. Kind of sad because I've heard like conversations from people of that era, and I don't like the discussions that they talk about because it just sounds immature.
Right.
Um,
But then
Not ex-
again, you and I have grown up around the older YSA.
yes, which we should be very grateful for.
Yeah.
Because we've learned from them heavy.
Right.
But I mean, with this younger generation, I mean, they only have themselves, I guess.
I mean, to be honest, I'm the same age as them.
You're only 22?
Yeah. Sad.
Some are younger.
Yeah.
Can you believe I'm turning 24?
Ugh, you're so old and
I know.
such a hag. Insane.
Excuse me?
You heard what I said.
I did.
Fag hag.
Minus the hag.
Minus the hag. But yeah, I think that'll be my goal this month, is to make it to church. At least
I'm
to...
definitely not putting that as a goal for me this month, but I am putting it a goal for the end of the year to try just a little bit extra harder. Maybe go to sleep a little earlier, or maybe have my clothes set up.
Yeah.
And prepped.
Right. It all comes down to the simple things you do. I think for me, I just really need to make it a priority, because it's not.
And also, like, I kind of want to study more. I feel like that's something that I miss doing. I remember when I was preparing to actually serve a mission.
What? They allowed you to do that even though you know what you are?
Oh, yeah. I was
Just kidding.
Oh, Ben, I thought you knew my story.
Duh, you stupid idiot. I
gosh.
do.
But, like, as I was preparing, I remembered every night I would just read a chapter or two and then just write down what I learned, what I took from it, what resonated, and then also how does this story apply to what I'm dealing with right now.
Right.
And that's something that I will love. And I wish I did that. I just don't have the patience anymore. But maybe I could practice my patience a little extra harder.
Me too. I need to get back into it because, to be honest, like, when I feel spiritually active and involved...
Oh, you go hard.
I go hard, Mary.
Like I remember when you, Mele, and, like, the Tonga sisters...
Scripture study.
Every night, and then I'm over here, like, screaming, playing video games.
Yeah.
But
I feel like at my highest version of myself when I'm spiritually inclined to, like, progress. Spiritual progression, to me, everything else falls in line afterwards, which again...
And you've said that before, too.
Yes, I
remember
have.
how you, like, had to, like, choose that or something else?
Right.
And you chose church.
Oh
And
my God.
not even church, but just, like, the spiritual strength that you needed to regain.
Right. Which I'm grateful for YSA, because with experiences that I have with YSA, like, this is the most hugest time I feel of our lives that we're able to make mistakes and, like, correct different things and experience different, like, chapters.
Yeah, because we have time. We're
yeah,
young.
we're very young and impressionable, and being able to have the gospel as, like, that guide, when I can align myself with that guide and what I'm supposed to do and what I feel called to do, I just feel so much clarity for my life, and I feel so empowered to become my best version of myself. So with YSA, I do need to be more actively involved, and I need to be better at, like, being an active member, because that's where I feel my most happiest.
I definitely have to say the same.
Yeah.
I do want to become a more active member. And then also, I just really want to work on myself.
Yeah.
With, like, my scripture reading.
Me too.
Prayers. I feel like I need to pray more. I feel like
I know.
Like, the hotline is not hot anymore.
At this point, the phone's been disconnected.
It's been disconnected.
The service has been suspended. You no longer have any more minutes. He actually blocked your number.
I think, and I also need to pay tithing.
At this point, I know that's why I've been struggling.
I think that's another thing, too.
Hey,
so many blessings, dude, that we need to, like, get back on.
Right. Well, so many blessings we need to reactivate.
Reactivate.
They're
Absolutely.
there. They never leave. It's just we stop grabbing from them.
Okay, stop this podcast. I'm going to go read real quick.
Honestly, can we just say a prayer together right now? Can we actually hold hands?
Absolutely not, and I'm not into that.
Okay. Well...
No, thank you. That's kind of blasphemous.
It's not actually.
Actually, it kind of is.
No, because in other religions, they hold hands when they pray.
Other
like,
religions. So, what are you saying about ours?
Are you coming for me and how I practice my faith?
Okay, good one.
Yeah, which, this is a great time to say, like, eventually along one of these episodes, you and I will be talking about our experiences as being LGBT members.
Oh, for sure. I do want to share my story about the whole mission thing for another time.
Yeah, and I do want to share my experience with being gay and being a member, specifically due to YSA. Because, you know, that experience I had was insanity.
I actually don't know which experience you're talking about.
The one where I'm crying in my closet, you effing idiot.
Guys, okay, this might sound insensitive, but met
I literally
2 years ago. Summer.
July 4th.
Yeah. July 4th.
Yeah.
And all of us go
To
celebrate.
Hawaii.
But then Ben stays at the apartment.
Because they were going on a YSA group date.
And
I stayed back. And I turned on.
wait. Trigger warning.
Oh, yeah.
About how I don't want to say the actual word, but like
depression, suicide.
yeah. Don't say that word because we
Why?
might get demonetized. If we ever get monetized.
We're not even monetized now.
But trigger word, just if you want to skip it.
Yeah.
I don't know where to skip it to, but good luck.
Yes, I was crying in my closet after my friends had left me to go on a group date. I literally was like so depressed, full on heaving, like couldn't even breathe. Felt like it was the end of the world for me. Crying in my dark closet. I even locked my closet door.
Wild.
Yeah, I even locked my closet door so that I can cry in pitch black darkness. And feel
with
all
your
of
big yellow shirt.
Yes.
I know you were wearing your
I
yellow
was wearing
t-shirt.
and here's the thing, did I feel like Mr. Sunshine at that time?
No.
I felt like a lemon. I felt sour. I felt sad.
I felt like an egg yolk.
Like
Not living.
I felt
Dead.
I felt like you could just crack me open so easily. And I would just very fragile. I'll pour out and just be all over the ground. Dead.
Sticky.
Icky. Yeah. That'll be shared in another episode.
We'll share that in another episode. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, are those our final thoughts for YSA?
Okay, full on final thoughts, rapid. You go first.
Hate pick me energy. I'll never stand for it. When I can sense it at church, it bothers me. Need to go back because I love socializing with YSA, and I also feel at my prime. And I love looking at church attire on men, especially pants, front and back.
Dude, tight suit pants are like such a thing now. I swear.
It turns my light switch
up,
off to on to max capacity voltage.
Voltage.
Power overload.
Okay, with my final thoughts, I hate pick me energy. Honestly, I would be rude and just walk away if I ever feel it or sense it or hear it.
Right.
2, I want to serve my bishopric more because they've done so much for me. I need to pay it back.
Yes.
3, I need to be individually primed so that I can also be there for everyone else at YSA.
Right. Fill your cup first before you fill others.
Yeah, I want to fill the jug so I can pour the cups.
Honestly, I want to be a gallon so that I could pour.
Oh, definitely there.
Okay, shot glass.
Hey!
Definitely shots.
But yeah, final thoughts.
Yes.
So boom. If you guys have any thoughts about what we've said,
Yes.
or just have your own experiences with
Yes.
this kind of stuff, definitely hit up our line.
And we for sure will revisit this kind of conversation
Absolutely.
with other people in mind.
Absolutely.
Because there's a wide variety of people who have had very different experiences with YSA. And they're very interesting and entertaining.
Period.
So, yeah, those are our thoughts about YSA. Next is dating.
Oh, yeah, dating.
So yeah, you guys, we had posted on our podcast page about any awkward or any weird dates that you guys have been on so that we could relate it to YSA. Because, I mean, we were talking about dating and pick-me's, so it just kind of felt right. And we had quite a few of you guys actually DM us. So let me pull up one of the messages that we could start off of.
Please.
Because let me just say, reading through some of these have been just a little insane to me. And I'm just like, how do these things even happen? Okay, I'm going to read you this one because it literally blew my mind. Okay, so all of these are going to be anonymous, of course. This one person DM'd us and said, I planned to go on a hike with a guy. I got to the start of the hike a few minutes late. I texted him to see if he was here and I didn't get a response. I waited 10 minutes, then decided to go up. I got halfway up when I saw my date with another girl. He didn't recognize me because I was wearing a hat, but I knew it was him. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to make a scene. There was a lot of people there. I thought to myself, he wanted to go on 2 dates. He wanted to take one girl out before he took me up the hike. I was furious. I started to head back down the hike and texted him, I hope you enjoyed the hike. He replies, I did, thanks for the invite. I texted back, we never met. He seemed confused. I told him that I saw him with another girl, and I guess I'm giving him good date ideas. He came up with some excuse that he got to the hike and some random woman came up to him and acted like she knew him. I looked nothing like the girl. I was like, you didn't ask her for her name? He said no. She was really friendly, so I thought it was you. He thought something was fishy when he was on the way back down because she started asking what his name was, and it wasn't mine. I didn't believe him and said he was just a player. Craziest ass non-date ever.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that so insane?
I could never.
I feel like men in Utah think they could play girls like it's nothing.
They think they're sly.
Right. Like
That's
they think
so
they can just do
ugly
things like
energy.
this and like it's cute.
And I bet it wasn't even cute.
Right. I bet he was ugly.
Ugh. Next
I
one.
Can't.
Oh, can I share one? I thought
Yeah,
this
you
was
share
really
yours.
funny. Okay. Any date in Tonga is awkward. You don't even really date. It's more of sitting under the ovava tree. What's an ovava tree?
It's like an ovava tree.
Okay, like a tree of ovava.
Yeah, like you've
Okay.
never had ovava?
No, I haven't.
I've never had ovava either, but like
Oh.
it's like an ovava tree.
Okay, I love that. I hope it wasn't a mistype.
Yeah, no, ovava tree.
Okay, under the ovava tree and talk, that's your dating. I had one with a boy and he brought his friend and I talked to the friend more than him.
Yikes.
That is actually...
You know what? It is kind of common though in Tonga.
Is it really?
Like you don't really go on official dates. You kind of just like it just kind of happens.
Oh.
And sometimes even from there you can literally just get married.
Oh, wow.
You know fobs, they're just so like that.
It's like the fob energy. We love that.
Right. Let me read some of the responses to the story. This one person responded, where is it? Oh my gosh. His car smelled like cheese and he wouldn't roll the windows down and he tried to kiss me when I just met him.
Are you kidding?
Why do I feel like I know who it is? You know who it is.
Wait. I can't read mouths.
Oh my gosh.
tell me
I'll
after.
have to tell you after, you idiot. Somebody commented, showing up at the coffee shop realizing we're both bottoms.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Hey, actually, a negative and a negative equals a positive. So,
Hey, if it happens, it happens.
hey, if it happens, it happens. I love that for them. Aw.
Right. This other person said they asked me on a date, the nerve that I had to pick him up and pay for it. Who can't afford $5 Tuesdays at the movie theater?
Aw.
Ah, you
I'll
guys are
Venmo you, babes.
literally, why are men such trash?
Okay, I have another one. Went on a date to this guy's house for dinner. Huge red flag already. Aw. And he went to the bathroom and came back butt naked, like full nude. I laughed and left because WTF. First of all, I would have stayed.
Honestly, I would have slept over.
I would have said, let me wash the dishes.
I would have said, I can do the cooking and the cleaning. Oh my gosh, that is insane. Again, the men around here.
Honestly,
Just-
weird. Men are weird.
I know, I just don't even understand it.
Oh, I got quite a long one.
Oh, read it.
Okay. Weirdest date. I was in college and this guy asked me out and we were eating Taco Bell at the park. And as we were chilling, we were having such a great combo and all that good stuff. What's the good stuff? And then he asked me what I was doing later that night. And I said nothing. What's up? And he asked me if I would be able to be...
Wait, go.
And he asked me if I would be able to be a Tou'a. And I'm Samoan, so I don't know what that was. And I said, what is it? And he answered, Oh, it's like being a bartender and stuff. Well, you'll get tips for helping out. Not thinking anything of it, I said yes. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord, I texted my sister, and she said, stay yo ass home. And she called my phone and made an excuse for me to come home.
So dude,
Oh
he
my
said, it's just
gosh.
like being a bartender.
Okay, first of all, is being asked to be a Tou'a like, a compliment?
Sure.
Okay.
But it can also be a sexual innuendo.
Oh my god.
Because, sometimes escalapos can be a little bit sketch. But it can also genuinely mean like they need somebody to come and
Just
throw
actually
out.
do it.
And you're a beautiful girl, and we would love to have you come and do it. Which in return you would get money. So, I guess it could work out that way. But that's so weird.
That's weird.
I hate that. Oh, you freaking Tongians are so...
Ugh.
Tae, mahino. Just tae.
Just that.
Okay, what's one more that I could read? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna read this one. Okay, so years ago, I hooked up with a guy my aunt introduced me to. Long story short, we went on a date, then we hooked up later that night, and after we did the nasty, I swear I thought the police was knocking this man's door down. I mean, down. So I just walked to the bathroom calmly, may I add, just so that I can get dressed. This man goes and answers the door. I kid you not, this man had a whole ass girlfriend. Luckily for me, she was sweet. And apparently he's been a cheating dog anyways. After she tried to beat him up out of his own house, she dropped me off at home. So I forgot to add that he picked me up so I didn't have a ride back to my house. And none of my family members were answering their phone because it was pretty late. 2 weeks later, she texted me. Yes, we exchanged numbers for what reason, I don't know. But yeah, she texted me saying they got back together and that I was a whore. Like, excuse me? And then she says, yeah, God bless them, the end.
Okay, if I were to be called that, I'd be like, oh, you insecure little...
Well, honestly, like, you're just somebody who gets back with their ex that just you got caught cheating.
Multiple times.
And then you called me a whore. You're just as dumb as me.
Exactly. And if anything, she didn't know that he was a cheating dog.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I literally hate men. Men are trash.
It's just so insane to me.
Oh my gosh.
I just hate that they think they're so slick.
They think they're cool. I hate that. Like, it literally gives me ugly energy.
I know. So ugly. Ugh. Have you had any weird dating experiences?
Oh, for me? Let me think. Actually, yes. It was not a weird, but more awkward. So, like, we just matched that the same day, and then he asked me to go to an arcade with his family.
Oh.
And this was, like, in the midst of like, post-breakup AJ. So, I was just like, you know what? F it. Let's do it. Let's go.
And you went?
I actually went. Full-on karaoke room with the whole family.
Yikes.
I felt so awkward.
Were they
And he was shorter than me. And I'm not a sizist or anything. Just personally for me, I don't want to feel like I'm the giant.
Sizist?
Yeah, I just don't want to feel like the giant. But he was shorter than me, and I just felt like I had to be like the one that like was holding him. I can't.
Ew.
But it was so awkward, and like everyone was drunk, and I didn't like drink.
Oh,
like,
I remember this.
Do you?
Yes.
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 Oh my gosh.
I remember.
Ben, you just know
that
my
was
life.
literally so insane. But hey, they were a good time.
No, they were a good time. And
it's just that's awkward for a first date.
It was just awkward for a first date because for a first date, usually you should be one-on-one.
Right.
Or at least just be with some, like...
So that you guys can get to
people.
know each other.
Exactly. All I knew was that he can't sing. Oh.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we end things. That is insane. But hey, I mean, I guess to some people that doesn't mean much. Like, bringing you around to the family.
Possibly.
But to you, it's different.
I mean, and everyone liked me.
Right.
That night, and I'm sure they didn't like me after when I was, like, ghosted him.
Yikes.
But that was it. I think that's just the only awkward thing. I haven't had any weird or appalling dates.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I've only been on one date, period, in my life.
And
it was actually great.
That was a really good
Actually, I've been on a few dates since.
With that person?
With that same person. And they've been pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So I've never really had any awkward anything.
We're pretty lucky, aren't we, then?
Yeah, we're pretty lucky. We're not amongst those who have very weird.
Yeah. I kind of want to have a weird date.
I kind of want to have an awkward one, too.
Yeah, I want to be like, oh my...
Like, I want to be one of those people that are like, I gotta go use the bathroom, and then sneak out the bathroom window.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I want to be
But then, like, you get stuck midway because you can't fit.
yeah, because the window, my butt is a Tonka trunk, and the window is a drive-through.
And then he's like, I wonder what's happening in the bathroom.
And then he comes and takes the bathroom, and I'm stuck in the window. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought this was the door out.
Oh my gosh.
What would you do in that
I
situation?
would have been like,
No, what would you do if you were like, oh, I think I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back. You go and walk out the back end, and he comes and follows you and sees you leaving. What would you do?
well, I left and I will ghost him because I am too embarrassed.
Oh my gosh, AJ,
Yeah.
grow a pair.
I do have a pair.
Not a
And I
pair.
don't want to use this pair on them.
Honestly, I would just be like,
Look, I had such a great night, but... Well, not a great night, but thank you so much for your time. I have to go.
I actually had such a great night. It's just that my dad is literally on life support, and I have to run to the hospital. Literally run.
Like, I have to run. He's like, oh, okay, I can drop you off.
Like, no, I have to run, like, myself. I have to literally
Look,
sprint
I
there.
know, like, it's a couple miles away, but I have to run. Like, I cannot.
There's no other way I could do this. I have my sneakers in my bag.
Yeah, I gotta go. Bye.
Bye. You book it out the back door. Oh my gosh. I just want to be in an awkward position so that I would know how I would handle it.
Oh, I feel like you'd be very nice to them.
Yeah, of course.
Like, you would just go through the whole night.
Yeah. Because I would feel bad.
Same here.
But I, again, would never put myself in that kind of position.
To go on a date?
No, to like,
awkward.
yeah, to go out with like an awkward person. Because, you know, you can read the
Yeah.
vibes. You know the vibes.
Honestly, you can read a vibe.
Right.
And if you don't feel it, then you don't feel it.
Right. And if you feel like he could possibly be a pedo or murderer,
I've actually had a few vibes about some people that I've dated.
yikes.
Especially one.
Oh,
I thought he was going to murder me.
I would honestly do it.
Murder me?
Yeah.
Whatever. This isn't a true crime podcast, babe.
Okay.
But yes, I like this. I like listening to other people's awkward moments.
So do I.
I definitely want to hear more from everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
In the position of the hiking, I would literally be so dramatic and don't care who's there. I would literally be like, oh my gosh, you are with another woman. And then I would slap him. But, and I'd be like, how could you do this to me? I'm pregnant. And then I'd walk down. I'd literally,
out.
no, I'd throw myself down the hill. And then once I get there, I'd be like,
You like purposely trip and
Right.
then like roll over.
right. And at the bottom, I'd just like, you did this to me. And everybody would be running to my aid and be like, he cheated on me. 7 years of marriage and a baby.
Oh my god.
I would make him feel so bad. You're not about to play me like a fool. And with the fob at the ovavavava tree,
Oh va 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 va.
you better ovavavava me.
You better avavavum. Oh wait.
Right. Unless you're big. Unless you're big
Like
and
arms.
buff. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I don't like where that was going, you sick
Well-
pervert.
You were too vague.
But yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for doing, like, answering our questions. Here's the thing, is we're trying to involve more audience interaction because we're trying to get a good feel of segments,
Absolutely.
trying to figure out, like, what works best. And obviously, we're still trying to get a hang of things, but this was a great introduction to involving you guys because you guys have some crazy stories to tell.
And I can't wait to hear more.
Right, and I can't wait to hear more as we like progress more in the season and figure things out. But yeah, this is a great introduction. Do you have anything else to add?
Stay safe.
Stay pretty, stay cute,
And most of all, stay safe.
and stay pretty and stay cute. But yeah, next.
Next.
Okay.
All right, you guys. So we are going to play a TikTok game,
Yes.
so to speak. So, it's hard to explain, but I feel like you'll understand when we get into it. Okay? So the word that we found that one of y'all sent was bat.
Okay.
All right, Ben, do you want to start?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking about the thing in your pants.
I don't know. Oh, girl, that's a cat. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the thing that you step on before you go home.
Girl, that's a... What?
Wait, you step on it and then you go into a house. You rub your feet off
Oh,
of it.
girl, that's a mat.
Oh my.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, I'm not skinny.
Girl, you fat. Let's see. No, I'm talking about when I have to hit my head with a weave and my head is itchy.
Girl, that's Pat. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you ain't got no booty because it's... Say it.
Girl,
Say
because
it.
it's flat. Wow, I messed up.
International House of Pancakes.
Oh my, oh, no, I'm talking about the one that I want on my body forever, and it's a piece of art.
A rat. Just
F you.
kidding.
F you.
A tat.
Period.
Girl, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, when I'm at YSA and I'm talking to a boy, him and I are in a chat. That was
A
hard.
chat?
Yeah, I couldn't think of one.
You're so dumb.
You're stupid.
I win.
Fine.
Okay.
You know that one. That was a good one.
That was actually pretty funny. You had the really funny ones. Fat and flat. I love that one. That was really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now
Should
we're
we
gonna
try
do
the Tongan?
Tongan. One of the words that one of you guys gave us was fokisi.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So let me start with, I'm known for this.
Oh,
This is-
Fokisi.
Mm.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you're really annoying and you're a little too extra.
Girl, that's La PC.
Oh,
No, I'm talking about...
dumb.
Girl, I'm talking about what you think is in your pants.
Oh! Salsisi? Oh my.
See, you even
I
had to
think about
question
it.
it.
Think about it. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your coochie hair.
Oh, girl, that's PPC. I'm not talking about that. No, I'm talking about the guy that I thought out for at the mix, but he has a family.
No, that's Missy.
Oh my gosh, I can't think of any. Oh, no, not BC. I'm talking about your aunt who called me a facaliti.
Oh, Sutiti. I love talking language.
I love being tonga.
Oh my gosh.
Mate maa tonga.
Oh,
that was great.
Cute. That was a fun little segment that we wanted to, I guess, implement in this
Right.
episode.
Maybe we'll do TikTok trends from now on.
I actually really think that'll be so much fun.
Yeah, it'll be so much fun.
We should try it.
Yeah. So I think that kind of just wraps things up for this episode.
I do believe so.
Yes.
Before we do end anything off, I don't want to forget to thank DJ. He created his name is also Dijon.
Mm-hmm.
He created our songs for our podcast, which
Yes.
is such a bop.
Right. We asked him, we gave him general ideas of what we wanted, and he delivered.
Oh, he knew the assignment.
Yes.
He definitely knew it.
He did our intro and our outro. DJ Ika. And if you know him, he actually creates beats.
Yes, he is a freelance producer. So if you are ever interested in maybe collabing with him, his username on Instagram is _DEZHANE _Dijon.
Period. So go through all inquiries for any beats if you're interested in getting any of that. We also want to thank our editor. She's such an amazing person, Lauren,
We're very lucky.
also known as Mita Tomalatai. She's done all of our editing. She's helped us create and get our podcast uploaded on all various platforms, and she's even helped us create our titles and our descriptions. She's done a lot for us, and so we're super grateful for her. You can find her on social media, on Instagram at MITAIGAT. She is a Samoan screenwriter, and she's also a director and programmer for UPIFs, which I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's the Utah Pacific Island film series, which showcases Pacific Islander videography and stuff.
I love that. I love supporting small businesses and just anyone in our community.
She's a huge advocate for any community events and stuff like that. She's also the founder of Massima Film Tour. So if you're interested in that kind of creative space and helping out with our community that way, that's where you can find her.
Period.
So, yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. You can also find us on social media. You can find me on Instagram at It's Big a Ben.
And mine is at AJOONGOO.
Period. And you can also find our podcast Instagram page at Here's the Thing. I is replaced with a 1 podcast. And you'll find our link in our description, which will take you to all of the various platforms that we have our podcast on,
which are Spotify, Apple Podcast, SoundCloud, and YouTube. And please do not forget to subscribe, comment. We would love any and all support.
Yeah, and plus let us know your feedback. We would love to get into it. Also, if you would like to sponsor us in any of our future episodes, we would love to include you and your small business, or you and whatever services you have on our episode.
We would love to have a commercial break.
Yes. We would also love better equipment.
Okay,
Let us know.
That.
But yeah, I think that about wraps it up.
All right.
So yeah, with that being said,
Ofas!